This girl I think is crazy. Am I the asshole for dropping out of my cousin's wedding party after a prank? My female 26 cousin, female 29, got engaged a few months ago and asked me to be a bridesmaid. I was so excited to accept. Her, female 32, sister is the maid of honor, and there are 3 other bridesmaids. On April 1st of this year, she sent a PDF to the bridesmaids group chat that made me really angry. It was a list of wedding party responsibilities, rules, and regulations. It included a picture of the bridesmaid dresses that we'd be wearing. They were hideous, and she told us that we'd have to pay $800 for them, and that they went up to a size 8, so anyone bigger than that would need to lose weight before the wedding. That made me so angry because I wear a size 10, but also she's like a size 12, so even fatter than me. Oh, that's a tough thing to say.
Yeah.
That's kind of rude. Okay. Other ridiculous things she added. None of us were allowed to be tanner than her for the wedding, so she told us that none of us could spend significant time in the sun for the next year. She wanted to have longer hair than all of her bridesmaids, so she said we'd all have to cut our hair to our shoulders or shorter. She wanted to do a choreographed dance with all of us and insisted that we go to a 3-hour dance class with her every Sunday until the wedding a year away. She said she wanted her bachelorette party to be in Paris and that we would all need to chip in $3,000. There was more, but I was so angry I stopped reading and muted the group chat for a few hours. I was so livid and hurt that I decided to drop out of the wedding party, but I didn't say anything right away. The next day, I checked the group chat again, and everyone else had been chatting about how funny the bride's prank was. Apparently, at the bottom of the PDF, it said April Fools, but I hadn't read that far because I was so mad. Everyone else thought it was hilarious, but it still really rubbed me the wrong way. I reached out to the bride to tell her how much this hurt my feelings, and she did apologize. But even though it's been almost 2 months, I'm still really angry. I decided this week that I no longer want to be a bridesmaid because of the mean-spirited prank, and I told my cousin. Now she's really hurt and angry, and the maid of honor, other bridesmaids, and some of my family members are blowing up my phone saying that I'm overreacting to an innocent prank. But I believe that pranks are only funny if the recipient finds them funny, and I definitely didn't. So, am I the asshole?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I think the only asshole-ish thing that the bride did was make the comment about the size 8 thing. Because it's like, you didn't really have to call out the sizing of your bridesmaids and like, I don't know, just like put that idea in their head.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, this is a harmless prank.
It is harmless.
This is funny.
Yeah.
This is a good, I might use this.
I was going to say, if this happened to me, like, I was laughing as you were talking.
I know, because, like, we knew what it was.
Honestly, I didn't realize it was a prank.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't know where. I thought that the cousin in the wedding was gonna like prank her cousin, like the bride, by showing her like a dress that was wrong or like getting a spray tan or something and going against her rules. But I love it even more that like none of it was real. Yeah. And like it almost like, I don't know how to say it, like it's like a nod to just how crazy brides can get. Yes. And like it's like it's funny. Like, I don't know, a lot of stuff about weddings is just like wild. So
I think that's so funny. This is the same energy as like going into class on April 1st and the professor being like, pop quiz everyone, and we have a midterm in 3 days, and like blah blah blah, and everyone's like, oh my god, like this is crazy. And like some professors, like you see those videos where they actually hand out the papers and like whatever, and then it's revealed later that it's a prank, and it's like, I guess people get nervous, but like really, who is that hurting? Like, it doesn't hurt I guess unless you suffer from like extreme anxiety, it's like no one's actually getting hurt because it's not real. Like the test isn't real, right? You know, like all of this stuff, it's not real. Like, the bridesmaid got annoyed, but like she doesn't actually have to do any of this stuff. So like, why is she so mad? I feel like there's like something underlying.
I was gonna say, I can't really understand her perspective, but there's gotta be something deeper that's like bugging her, and then this just like triggered her. Maybe she had a bad experience being part of a bridal party before and she got really stressed out reading the rules for this one. I don't know, but
there was an edit to add. So overall on Reddit, it did say asshole, so most people were kind of like coming for her. The top comment was, I was twitching when I read the word prank because usually on here pranks are code for bullying, but this one, honestly, it's pretty good. I was actually chuckling. And it said April Fools read on the PDF. She didn't let it go for a while. Come on, you are ridiculous. Yes, the asshole, which I completely agree with. And then the OP edited the post and said, okay, clearly I've been deemed the asshole and I'll accept that, but I also realized that I didn't explain my feelings very well. I was angry because all of the items on the list seemed to single me out. Expensive dress or bachelorette. I make the least amount of money out of everyone in the wedding, so it felt like a jab. The sizing, same thing. Only me and 2 other bridesmaids are bigger than a size 8. I agree with that. The size thing was kind of rude and unnecessary. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, nobody needs to be reminded about what size they are in clothing. Like, depending on what size you are, it can be hard enough to find a dress that you, or like the way that your body is shaped, like it can be hard enough to find a bridesmaid's dress that you really like. So I feel like that just didn't need to be included.
Yeah, there's already enough like exclusion with sizing, and it's already a tough world out there for that.
Yeah, so. I agree. The hair, we all have long hair, but I have the longest hair out of anyone in the wedding party. I mean, that's like you're looking for trouble.
Yeah.
The tanning, I work outdoors, so I'm probably the one most likely to be tan. Everything I read on the list felt tailored to me. Okay, I get where she's coming from now, actually. I thought she was just like crazy and like reading too far into it. I feel like it probably wasn't tailored to her, and the bride just made a mistake.
Yeah, because I was also thinking, like, all of those topics that she covered, like hair, dress, bachelorette, those are all classic, like, wedding, I don't know, just like
steps,
that you need to, like, plan out beforehand and stuff. So, like, everyone has hair, and everyone will have to wear a dress and stuff. So she was probably just, like, being crazy about these very predictable things that they're gonna have to do.
Exactly.
I don't think she was trying to single her out.
Yeah. They're all like the most standard wedding things that everyone has to deal with, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel bad for her, honestly, because I see where she's coming from, and it's like, if she already is like self-conscious of a few of those things, then maybe this just was like the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
But this is like the hard thing about all these stories is you're allowed to feel however you want.
Right.
So like, who are we to be like, yeah, you're an asshole for getting offended, or like you're an asshole for feeling that way? Because it's like, I'm sure she wouldn't be choosing to feel so hurt if it was up to her. Yeah. Like, she would have chosen to never receive this email. But I don't know. It is like a little much when the girl literally apologized and was like,
mad.
It was a joke. Like, it's said it right on there that it was a joke and none of it's real. And like, you're still that mad.
Yeah.
And then that's another example of just like OP doesn't believe her. Like, the bride is like, it wasn't directed at you. Like, it was just a thing for everyone. And she's like, it felt directed at me. And it's like, well, now you're just not believing your cousin.
Yeah.
When she's telling you what she's claiming to be the truth.
Right. Exactly. You're just looking for like something to be mad at.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah. Eek. I think that prank is so good.
I think it is too. Because that's another thing where it's like, it's kind of believable.
Yeah.
Because some brides do have all these requirements.
Yeah.
I think that's like funny.
That's such a good, that like really doesn't hurt anyone. Other than the sizing thing. I feel like the sizing thing is weird.
I was going to say, like, with jokes and pranks, like, you never want to go after something that could be an insecurity for people.
Yeah.
Especially if they've never joked about it themselves. Like, if I've never said, like, I have a big nose, then don't make jokes about my nose.
Yeah.
And create like a new insecurity for me, or like, you know, like, don't go after stuff that like could probably be harmful to others.
Yes.
Like, you have to know their humor and their boundaries.
Yeah.
And respect that, at least.
Totally. And also, I just feel like that's like a sensitive thing. But I guess like the money thing, maybe that's a sensitive thing for people too, just in a different way. Because I feel like the size thing is just mean. Like, to be like, oh, and if you're not a size 8, you have to lose weight.
Right.
It's like, that's just like, nobody wants to hear that anyway.
Right.
Even if you're like, oh, well, it's a joke. Now you can stay the size 10. And it's like, why would you even put in the idea that like being a size 8 is better than being a size 10?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that is like in your head.
Rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, no, but I could see the money thing. I've gotten annoyed at people for being like inconsiderate when it comes to like group planning and they don't respect a budget that some people need to stick to. That's annoying.
Yeah. But like, also, she didn't actually do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of understand the bridesmaid, like the cousin, but also it was a joke.
I know.
So
yeah, it's not like she's coming for her.
Yeah.
I think not the asshole. I mean, like, for a second I was like, the cousin's the... Oh wait, no. I think she's an asshole. Yeah. I think, but I feel bad being like, you shouldn't feel that way. But like, sometimes you got to be like, oh, I was wrong. And like, I'm going to let this go.
Right.
And you're not going to like ruin your relationship with your cousin over
and just be happy for her. Yeah. She's like planning her wedding. It's a happy time.
Yeah.
Like, don't stress her out either, I guess.
Yeah.
And make her stressed out about like apologizing to you. I mean, she did apologize, which is good, but like.
Yeah. If it was a college class and it was a professor that did the same thing, would you drop the whole college class?
Right.
I highly doubt it, even if it was like annoying for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or I guess she didn't read it until the next day, but like for one day you thought you were going to have to do all these crazy things. And then the professor was like, I'm sorry. Would you drop that class forever? Like, that's only hurting you.
Yeah. I love those TikToks of like the like third grade or like kindergarten teachers like pranking their kids. I mean, they just show like on the video like the teacher themselves. But you can hear everyone like giggling. They're so cute. I love those videos, but it's always a prank.
And it's like a spelling test. Yeah. And like I know exactly what video you're talking about. I've seen it so many times, and he'll be like, spadoo. Yeah. And then they'll be like, a sentence, like to use it in a sentence. Oh my God, look, a spadoo. Yeah. And like it just gives
and they're like, what?
Like, it gives no context at all. And then at the end of the video, he tells them how to spell it, and he'll be like, there's a G, 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 silent 3 G's in there, like something like that. And it's like, is that evil? Yeah. Because the kids like got scared that they weren't going to do well on the test. Like, I don't know. I think that's just like lighthearted, and it's funny. And the guy, the way he delivered it was very funny. Yeah. That teacher. Yeah. Yeah.
Very serious about it. Yeah. Which I loved.
Yeah. Oh my God, that video sends me because of the words that he says. He made up like 10 fake words and was giving them a spelling test. And these fake words, just like the way that he says them and the context sentences that he provides are so funny. And then you hear like what all the kids say in the background. It's so funny.
They've just like given up. They're just like shouting back at him. Like it's so funny.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Call me an asshole.
Literally.